And so that was the beginning, and we asked our friends to help us to spread the rumor. So
I love that, to spread the rumor.
Yes.
Yeah, rumor has it.
Hello and welcome to Best Sips Worldwide. I'm your drinking companion, Susan Schwartz, an American travel writer living in London. Thanks to my mother's love of martinis, the first words I spoke were shaken, not stirred, and I've been obsessed by the history of cocktails ever since. Through the years, I've been lucky enough to sip some of the best made by the best. Hear that sound? It's time to cozy up to the bar and let me introduce you to the movers and shakers of the world's most famous watering holes. Why were grandmothers always making liqueurs in their kitchen and we're not? Well, speak for yourself. A few of us have taken our grandmother's recipes and run with them. Mine is ginger vodka. Our guest today's is his grandmother's elderflower wine. Jereon was making so much in his backyard that he and his brother decided to make it their business. Now the whole family is involved. He and his partner Tine met me at their distillery in Ghent, Belgium for a chat.
Okay. It all started with the grandmother, Maria, Mimi Maria, and her husband passed away very early, so she was alone. And she liked to have lots of people around her. So she had 3 grandchildren, and she liked it when they came over. And when 2 of them were 15 and 16, they started to create lots of wines, things. They worked in the cellar, in the attic there was a laboratory. It was all very nice, and grandmother was always around. There were lots of friends who were coming over. Then she made fries with heroes, and it was always nice.
Was she making all different kinds of wines,
No.
or specifically elderflower?
The only thing grandmother made was the elderflower cordial. And all the wines, that was the boys who did it. They made wine of coffee, wine of some herbs, but they were not good.
And that was you, right?
Yes. The only wine that was good was the wine based on the elderflower cordial of grandmother.
So she was just trying to get you guys to come over by making elderflower wine, and it worked.
Yes, absolutely. And it was very nice, very good. But yeah, when we were 20, we moved over to Ghent. And it all started more here. Grandmother was also older.
Yes.
Yeah. And in Ghent, we started a factory.
So she involved you in the making of it when you were young? Or was she just making it herself?
She gave the recipe. She when it was her time, she gave the recipe, and then it was for the boys. So and in Ghent, it was a long time a hobby. But then one day when the 2 brothers were 30, they said to the women said, "It's enough. Or you quit the hobby, or you do it seriously." And so they gave up their job and they jumped. And that was the start of Rumor.
Were you working at the same time as creating?
Yes. I work in social work with a gypsy who traveling around in Belgium.
So you were a social worker who made this elderflower wine on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just became too overwhelming, too much.
Yes. I quit from my job and started with the company with my brother.
And at the beginning, about how much were you making?
200 bottles.
Yeah, it was really small.
200 bottles in how long?
I think in a year.
Oh boy.
No, not in a year.
In a week?
In a month.
In a month,
In a month,
yes.
200 bottles a month.
But for us, that was already big. It was the start of something new. Until that time, it It were only our friends who were drinking it, who were liking it. The first time we walked across Ghent and we saw someone drinking a Roemer, and we didn't know that person. We said, "Oh, you have to look, he's drinking that, and he doesn't know us, he really likes it." And so that was the beginning, and we asked our friends to help us to spread the Roemer. So
I love that, to spread the rumor.
Yes.
Rumor has it.
A rumor has it.
Yes. So we went. They went to several bars, restaurants. Every time they went there, they asked, "Do you have Roemer? Do you have Roemer?"
And nobody has a rumor.
And did it look the same as it does now? The same bottle?
Yes.
Oh, so you always had that concept.
Yes. Yeah. And Jeroen went then to the restaurants and the bars, and he had a little suitcase with a bottle and 2 glasses. And then he opened the suitcase and he said, "Hello, I'm Jeroen. I'm from Roemer, and do you want to taste?" And that was really the beginning.
Obviously, a lot of people said yes. They want to taste and they liked it.
Yes, they thought, "Who is that?" And it's not a big company, it's someone who makes this. And so it started here in Ghent. And Ghent is a very good city to start those things. It has very much potential. The people are
open-minded.
Open-minded, yes. They are also critical. It has to be good. But if it's good, they like it. And
how long ago was this?
This 10 years? Around 10, 15 years ago.
12 years.
12 years. 12 years ago.
And then you moved into this space?
Yes, then we came here, and then it grew step by step. But we try to work at the same values that we have started with. We want to take care for people. We want to be more than a factory. We want to have to work with people who has special needs. Every week there's a group of young teenagers who are coming here. These are teenagers with autism, and they make our boxes. And at that way they can have an experience how it is to work here. We fill the bottles with the help of people from a social workplace, and we do that together.
So I guess you're never far from the job you started.
Yes.
And it's inside of you to want to give back.
Yeah.
We also have the nature, that's very important for us. We want to have a product who is completely natural. We pick the flowers ourselves. We have no preservatives. We don't use that. We don't want to use that. We try to be as ecological as possible. So like in Ghent, we bring the Roemer to restaurants by bike. We have crates and boxes, so the bottles can be returned to us, so we can refill them. And we also have a third value. It has to be quality. We want a nice product. We want something where we are very proud of, and that's why we work with a beautiful bottle. We put in the little flowers by hand.
I saw that. It's so lovely. And the color is like this golden green, and the flowers in it. You must use so many flowers, though, talk about the distillation process. How does that work?
Okay, it started with the harvest. Then we pick around 1,000 kilos of flowers.
And where are the flowers from?
They are from, there's a part we sell from a bio farm who has a big place full of elderflower.
It must smell divine.
Yes, and the other part we pick ourselves, and that's along, there are some fields along the Schelde. That's a river here who also goes through Ghent, but at beautiful places. We are right in the nature. We pick the flowers just until we have the 1,000 kilos. And then they go in big citerns, and we put some syrup around it, and that's we make for a week. The syrup goes around the flowers, so the power of the flower is then in the syrup, and that's the beginning. But then the syrup has to rest, and it goes into the basement for 2 or 3 years. And for rumor, we always work like champagne. We take syrup from some different years, and we cut it and mix it together.
You blend it?
Yes, because that's a better taste. And then you have really the taste of the elderflower of several years. And
is one person the master blender?
Yes, Jereon.
Jereon, who's very quiet.
And
I guess because you've been drinking it since you're 15.
Yes, I know the taste.
You know what your grandmother wanted specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. And then after that, we make rumors some times a year in big citerns, and we put some other ingredients to it. We mix it, and then it rests in the citerns just until the bottling.
And you said, so when you started, you made about 200 bottles a month. How many do you make now?
Now we sell 100,000 bottles a year.
So that's a little more than 200 a month.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And when we bottle, we do it in 2 days and a half. We bottle 14,000 bottles. There are 15 people in a row, and they and everyone has another act or something he does with the bottle, and so it's really by hand that the bottle get filled and is ready to.
And you said, and I'm seeing it, there are flowers actually in
Yes.
the product. So you actually have a flower person?
Yes, well, we have a flower person. That's the
Someone
mother,
related.
the mother and the mother-in-law of the mother of Jereon, and it's the only person who can do it right, because other people, they do too many or too little flowers in it, and too many or too little, it's no good. It has to be perfect. So for the 14,000 bottles, every time she does the flowers in it with a pincette.
Where did you come up with the idea of putting the flowers in?
It was it started like a joke when we're having a harvest. Jereon was throwing some flowers to me, and they fell into a glass, and we said, "Oh, that's nice." But that was just the start of it, because when flowers go into water, they become brown. So we had to search a method to keep them as white as they are. But we found it. It's a secret.
Also, the bottle is such a wonderful shape. How did you come up with it?
That's also from the time of the grandmother. There was a laboratory at the attic, and the bottle refers to the bottles in a laboratory.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you were now. Do you give this to bartenders to make different drinks? Or do you want people to drink it just the way it comes?
We wanted to get known just straight as it is, rumor, but you can mix it with other things. But we don't like cocktails with too many ingredients, 1 or 2, so you can taste the elderflower, because otherwise you don't taste it anymore, and we love the elderflower.
So how do you prefer, if you wanted to mix it with something, what would you suggest?
We suggest to mix it half-half with cava, and then you can see the flowers dancing, or half-half with a tonic, and it's best a tonic without sugar, and then you put a slice of green apple in it, and that's really very well also.
That might have to be our cocktail of the week.
That could be.
But I think we've talked tons, and I need to try this. So, should we open a bottle?
Yes.
All right.
It was great to meet Jereon and Tine in Ghent, and they even gave me one of their beautiful bottles.
Right now, you have to head to Belgium to buy a bottle of Rumor, or come over to my house, where you'll see me drinking my Rumor tonic, our cocktail of the week. I do half a glass of Rumor with half a glass of tonic. Add a slice of green apple and 2 ice cubes. Another perfect summer cocktail to add to the ever-growing list. I'll be spending the American holiday, July 4th, at Imbibe Live, the UK's most important drinks conference. And what will we be drinking there? Why, Woodford Reserve bourbon, of course. Tom Vernon, their global brand ambassador, is with me on that very independent of holidays to drink that very American of spirits. Until next time, bottoms up. For more information and links to everything you've heard about, plus a bit more, please visit bestbitsworldwide.com. Thanks for listening to Best Sips Worldwide, a spin-off of Best Bits Worldwide. Always remember the wise words of Oscar Wilde, all things in moderation, including moderation, and never drink and drive. Okay, I said that last part. Theme music is by Steven Shapiro and used with permission. You'll find me at the bar.